Hey peeps, how is everyone? Happy Monday. I am so sorry again, I'm a little bit late. My name is Marianne, I'm at Once a Duckling. If you're on the live or catching me on the replay, just say hello, tell me where you're watching from, what you've been up to and how you're doing. Hope everyone is well. Hope a couple of people can join me. As I said, unfortunately, I'm a little bit late. The usual chaos and drama in this house. So I was saying I'm going to have to try and find a different place to do the crafting from, I think, because it just gets a bit chaotic in this kitchen. Honestly, it's like Piccadilly Circus. Hello, Monique. How are you? And I see Chris has hopped on. A couple of other people are joining us. So I hope everyone is well. Hope you've had a really, really good weekend. Hope you've had a good Monday. And I hope you're ready for some more spooky crafting. Hello Michelle, how are you? Oh, lovely to see you here. And I see Leslie is watching. A couple of people coming to join us. And yeah, a couple of people joined me on my live. When did I do a live, guys? I lose track. I think it was Saturday morning. Put my little Halloween tree up, which I'm really, really pleased with, actually. It's looking really, really nice. So that was good fun. Howdy, Leslie. How are you? And I see Lorna is watching and Amy is watching. A couple of people saying hello, hello, hello. So on the whole Halloween theme, I'm sticking with the Halloween theme for now. Still got a couple of sort of things to finish off, and I'm adding to it. I'm making brooms at the moment, believe it or not. One of the cheapest projects I've ever done, some sticks from the garden. So that'll be fun. I see Trudy is watching, and hello Chris. Michelle says she's super and the tree is super cute. I must admit, Michelle, I'm really, really pleased with it. I know you said you did a Halloween tree, I think last year. My first one, my very, very first one, but it's been great fun. And I did say to my husband, I've threatened Rob that I'm going to be putting the bigger one up next year. Fantastic excuse to just get the Christmas tree up. Brilliant. And Michelle was saying hello to Chris. People are waving at each other, so it's all good. What was I going to say? If you enjoy the projects that I'm doing, whether it's my tree or whether it's tonight's project, if you can do me the huge favour, sorry, I'm having a glue gun emergency. It's leaking everywhere, but it's leaking on some electrical stuff, so that's not the best. Kitchen will go up in flames. If you enjoy the projects that I'm doing, if you can do me a favour and sprinkle and spread the love and tell your friends so they can all come and join us, because we're going to be moving over to some Christmas stuff fairly soon. Yeah, the more the merrier. So for tonight's project, I'm using a little witch's hat. So it's just a very, very cheap witch's hat that I got from Poundland. I picked quite a few up the other day with a completely different intention, but then I thought I could do something to make a centrepiece with one of these cheap ones. So let me disassemble it and show you exactly what I've done. So this one was £1 from Poundland. Loads of different places do them, I'm sure. You can get some in different colours. I've just gone for the bog standard black one, but it's just one of these. And what I wanted to do, as I said, I kind of want to create like a centrepiece. I'm not 100% certain. I wish I hadn't done that because my hair's all static now. Not 100% certain where I'm going to have it yet. I might have it on the table. It might go in the hallway. It might even end up on my dining room table. But I just want to create something fun with it. So one of the things that I had left was this polystyrene cone. And I'm going to put this on the very, very top inside. Now you don't have to do that. There is a reason for it, because I want to do something to jazz it up later, and I think it just gives that little bit of accessibility what I want to work with. And my kettle's gone on again. Honestly, I'm going to have to sort that out, because that's the second time on the live now. You guys are my witness. It's Halloween. We've got a ghost or a spooky things going on in this house, and the kettle keeps coming on. Now, to give it the bit where the witch's hat is standing up, I needed to fill it. Now, I had all sorts of dramas this afternoon. I was trying to be really, really clever. I was trying to put cardboard in it, roll it up. Nothing was working. So in the end, the simplest things are often, you know, the best. Just some normal tissue paper. So I've put the polystyrene cone at the top, and I'm just filling it with tissue paper. Just pushing that in there. And that just kept its shape. Honestly, I was trying all sorts of stuff and it just wasn't happening. I was getting very, very frustrated. Words were had, shall we say. Yeah, in the end, tissue paper to the rescue. I did try kitchen paper, but this one definitely works better. Somehow it just maneuvers better and you can hold the shape a lot better. Now, to keep the tissue paper in, I cut a circle just out of cardboard, very, very simply. Just trace it along, and I cut the circle because I will want to put it probably on top of something. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hot glue the hat to the actual circle, so you can have it standing on top of something, and obviously the tissue paper doesn't go anywhere. A couple of other people are joining us. Hello Elizabeth, hello Gail, Sharon is watching. Elizabeth says hello. Janet is watching as well. Hope everyone is okay. Let me take a sip of water quickly. I'm still having a couple of problems with my voice. Every once in a while, still sound like a hyena. It's just not going. So I'll be drinking plenty during the live. What was the other thing? Another reason I was on a little bit later, I had a glue gun emergency. I've been using my my cordless glue gun, and it's been on for quite a while, and I was worried that it was going to run out of charge. So I thought I'll get my small glue gun. Now, I don't know whether you saw on my stories the other day, I was using one of my small glue guns, and it literally went out with a bang. All of a sudden, it just went bang, and that was it. It's gone to glue gun heaven. So I did have another one. Could I find my little glue sticks? I looked everywhere. Turned out I just put a lot of crafting stuff on top of it. So I'd hidden it underneath a load of stuff. So that's what I was looking for frantically before I just came on the live here. Today is going so quickly, Tracy said. I agree with you, Tracy. I said to my husband about 4:15, I cannot believe where today's gone. Now, last week went really, really slowly. So this week seems to be rushing by. Well, certainly today did. So let me get cracking with this. All I'm going to do is, with the hot glue gun, just attach this to the cardboard. Let me point you down slightly. There we go. Because I'm going to be filling this up, I'm not too worried about the glue kind of poking through. If you want to keep this clear, I would probably recommend doing it with double-sided tape rather than the hot glue, because I've got a feeling that some of it is kind of just going to soak through, and you might be seeing some patches of the hot glue. As I said, I'm not too fussed because I know that I'm going to be using some stuff to cover it up with. So I'm just going to press that down without burning my fingers, of course. And just in a couple of places, I probably don't have to go all the way around it, but in a couple of places just attach it with some hot glue. Like this. What has everyone been up to today? But most people are having to go back to work. Is everyone back at work, or people still working from home? To be honest, I lose track. I don't know. I think the majority of people are sort of, back in the office again now. And what have you been up to the weekend? Did you do anything exciting? We didn't, actually. We had a very, very quiet weekend. We'll say we had a quiet weekend. Obviously, we did a live on Saturday. If you didn't see it, you can catch it on the replay. I put my little Halloween tree up. And then we had a lovely get-together with some friends, which was really, really nice. It was just nice having a chat and just catching up with people. So that's kind of the basic, or the basis rather, of what I'm going to be working with. And we're just going to have some fun decorating it. Tracy says she's working from home. I think a lot of people still like working from home. I think it's kind of 50-50, isn't it? I think a lot of people sort of think maybe a couple of days at home, a couple of days in the office. And I think a lot of people really, really enjoy it. Been at work as per usual, off for 2 weeks as of Friday. Michelle, you lucky thing. Are you doing anything nice, Michelle? Are you going anywhere, or are you just chilling? You're just probably getting your Christmas stuff ready. I know you're organised. Get in there early. Do everything early. Oh, 2 weeks off. That'll be lovely. Yeah, so that's the basic, sort of the basis. It's a little bit screwy, but I'm kind of just seeing if I can pull it here and there. So next thing I've got is, and you saw me use this for my Halloween tree as well, I snipped a little bit off for the Halloween tree on the top, I bought this boa. Now I bought this in one of our local shops. I think it's got the price on it, £3.29. It was quite a large one. I'm sure eBay or Amazon do something very, very similar. And obviously just went for a black boa. So I'm going to cut that to size and I'm just going to attach that to the bottom of it. Let's have a look. Sorry, I thought there was a comment there. Notice someone else is watching. Sharon is watching. And as always, Facebook is repeating the names for me, which is really, really kind, but also very, very confusing. So let me just cut this to size, roughly. Now this stuff gets messy. And talking of messy, as I said, I've been making brooms. Now you've probably seen on my previous story quite a while ago that I got all this stuff from from the roadside, believe it or not, and it's been in our hallway. And we chopped some trees down, and I said to Rob, I really need some sort of thick branches, some straight branches, which he did kindly, left them all on the top. Honestly, I thought, well, I don't know what our kitchen looked like. It was lovely and tidy over the weekend when we had our friends round, and then yesterday I thought I must make a start on it. It was everywhere. It's a messy job, but I'm really pleased with how they've turned out. Got my tree up over the weekend and went to the range. Michelle says yes. So did you get when you say you got your tree up, so have you done your Halloween tree, or have you just gone full force and put your Christmas tree up? I know there's quite a few people, you know what, if it makes you happy, put your tree up. I know it's October, who cares? So I'm just gluing the feather boa down with some hot glue just to fill it up slightly. Hello Diane, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us. I know there's quite a few people who catch things on the replay, and as I always say, if you've got any questions or any comments, whether you're catching it on the live or on the replay, just say hello. Just tell me what you've been up to, what you're doing, what you're working on. So many of you have kind of shared all the stuff that you're doing, and it's great to see. Now this glue is hot. I know it's a hot glue gun, but I'm sure there's a difference in the type of glue guns as to how hot they get, and this one does get super, super hot. I've been looking, you guys might know actually, one of the things I wanted to do, what I was looking for, because I thought this would look, when it's finished, obviously we're only just started, when it's finished, I thought it'd be so cute to have some little witch's feet underneath it. Now I did have a look online, but some of them were quite expensive, and I saw Wilkinson's had them. They were like garden stakes, £5. So I might have to do a sneaky one tomorrow and have a look in Wilkinson's, see if they've got them, and see if I can do something with them to have the little witch's feet. How cute would that be, having the little witch's feet underneath? Couple of comments. Sorry, it's going too fast. My name was repeated because I got kicked. It got kicked off. Halloween tree. Tried to pop a post onto your page. Oh, keep trying. I'd love to see it. I know you did one last year, so yeah, show me. Did you get the cordless glue gun? Are they any good? I need a new one. Diane, yes. I was very, very lucky. My hubby got me this. Rob got me this for my birthday. So this is a Ryobi one. Because we had quite a few of the Ryobi tools, we already had like the battery base. So he very kindly got me this Ryobi one. I love it. It's really, really good. It is fantastic. The only thing is, but that's the same with any glue gun, it drips a fair bit, so I always have to have something underneath it, which often I forget, and then it goes on the breakfast bar. But yeah, really, really pleased with it, and it gets super, super hot. Could you not buy socks and stuff? I did think that, but these ones, they had like the little shoes and everything on them as well. So I thought by the time I sort of, you know, work around with, but if I can't find them, then I might have a look to see if I can make some. But I thought that would look really, really nice. Either a candlestick or some little witch's feet. So yeah, I think Wilkinson's, I might have a look, see if they do any over there. But I wondered if anyone has been in town. I've not checked out the works actually. I don't know what the works are like for Halloween stuff at the moment. Not been there. Right, so that is it already. So you can see how nice and full that is. And already it doesn't look like a £1 sort of witch's hat. Now let me put this to one side if I can, because the next thing I thought, I want to create a bow. And I thought I'd do something slightly different from the messy bow that we normally do. So this is going to be trial and error. Bear with me. Let me create some space. And they had striped witches stockings in a pound shop. I did have a look in our pound shop. I didn't see any, but having said that, they had new stuff coming in all the time. So I might have to have another little trip out there. This mesh, I thought could create the base for quite a big bow. So it's like what do you call it? Spider's webbing mesh. I got this in the range. It comes on a roll, and I used it to create one of the little signs. And I had loads left over because it's literally the only thing that I've used it for. So what I thought was, if I cut this to size and just kind of create a big bow and then do something with some ribbon, that's what I'm going to try. So I'm kind of just going to cut this. And if it's too big, I can always cut it down slightly. That's probably going to be ridiculously big, guys, but let's have a look to see how that would look. Yeah, no, you know what? We're going to go big. Go big or go home. So I've just kind of randomly cut off a piece, and that's what I'm going to be working with. Now, I'm not going to do anything to it just yet. If it's too big, I can always cut it down. So let me put that to one side. At least I know I've got that. A couple of other people said I had a strap. No. Same comment. Rather than doing a messy bow, I thought I'd take this one out. I think I used this one for Christmas quite a while ago. For any of you who love making wreaths and love making bows, this is a really good investment. I think I got this for a Christmas present one year, and I'm sure Rob bought it either on Amazon or Etsy, place like that. I know they use them in America a lot, but they do very, very similar designs on Amazon, a lot cheaper. So check out some of your craft stores, and it's a bow maker. Now they call this the Easy Bow Maker, and I've not used it that many times. I'm just going to put my witch's hat behind me for a second. Not used it that many times, but there's a so that's my witch's hat setting my my hob off. So I've got kettles coming on, got hobs bleeping. That's sort of thrown me, that has. Have a look on YouTube. There's some really good tutorials on how to use this. I've only ever used the very basic function. There's so many things you can do with this. If you love making ribbons for wreaths, baskets, Christmas, all sorts of stuff, you can work with multiple ribbons all at one time. I'm just going to go for a bow that looks a little bit more classy than the messy bow that we normally do, but I'm only going to use the one ribbon. And I got this ribbon, of course, it had to be Halloween, so I've got this witch's ribbon. It's on Etsy. There's a lady called USA to UK Wreaths. I'm always going on about this lady's shop. Have a look, check it out, because they do some amazing things. So I had this one that I ordered, and that should be big enough to make the bow that I want. So what I'm going to do, let me show you what this thing looks like. So you kind of decide on how long you want the tail of your ribbon to be, and that's what we're going to start with. And then the actual bow bit, you kind of gauge by sort of going on these numbers as well. So what I'm probably going to do, I'm going to go for a tail of about 8, and then when it comes to the actual bow bit, I'm going to measure it to about 5. But you can just have a bit of a play with it, and then see what you want. So what you do, you put your tail on this side. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Then you poke it through here, technical term, like so. Actually, I'm going to do it the other way around. Sorry guys. So you create your tail, which I'm going to go about 8. And then on this side, you kind of flip it round. So you've got the nice side at the bottom, and kind of twist it round. And I'm going to go for the actual loop on the bow, probably about 5. So hold it down by the 5, and then you put it through the actual pegs, like so. And then on this side, I want the loop to be 5, because of course the tail we've already done. So again, you twist it round like this. Look at where the 5 is. Create your loop, put it back through, and then you finish off with a tail of about 8. So I've just got enough ribbon to create that, and I'm just going to cut that off at the 8. Now I hope that made sense, but there are some really, really good tutorials on YouTube. So all we've got now is this ribbon, and I just find that I'm not fantastic at making ribbons, guys, I'm not gonna lie. So for me it's a really, really good helpful tool. Some of you might be thinking, you know what, there's so many easier ways of making ribbons. I find this really, really handy. And also if it comes to making multiple loops and multiple ribbons and stuff like that, I just find it really, really helps me. So next thing I'm doing is just with a pipe cleaner, just lifting the whole lot off, and I'm just going to secure it in the middle, and I'm just going to kind of fluff it up to where I want it to be. There you go, just tie that in the middle so it's nice and secure. Just twisting that round. Now I'm not too worried about what the middle is going to look like, because I'm going to be hiding that later with something when we create the actual bow on the witch's hat. Chris says it looks complicated. It really isn't. I probably made it look complicated. No, it's a really, really simple tool. So what you've got now is your tails for your bow and your loops, and you just kind of just need to create the loop like this. But for you seasoned bow makers, I'm sure a lot of people go, you know what, that's much more complicated than I want it to be. I'll just do my own version, which is absolutely fine. But I like this, I like using this one. So you've got this lovely, lovely bow. Now I will just dovetail the ends. Always just like dovetailing the ends just to make it look a little bit more presentable. And there you've got a lovely, lovely bow. Nina says, I really want one of those. I will send you the link, Nina. I'll try and see if I can find one and send you the link where I got mine from. I'm pretty sure I ordered mine on Etsy, but I will have a look for you. And if you can't find the exact one, I'm sure there's loads that they do that are sort of like a cheaper variety, either on Amazon or eBay, places like that. I really like using it. So with my ribbon, or not my ribbon, my mesh, I want to try and find the middle, and I'm just going to create a massive bow, and I'm just going to fold it out and have a look. So with the pipe cleaner, the remaining pipe cleaner, I'm just going to kind of tie this whole lot together. Just flip it upside down, and I know it looks messy at the moment, but that's fine. You know me, not going for perfection, just having a bit of fun at this stage, and we can just kind of tidy it up as we go along. Henriette says, be a lovely bow from my jumper. Look at that. I could go like the Grinch or something like that with the green. I was saying yesterday actually, who on here does the Elf on the Shelf? We've never done it, but I've seen so many fantastic ideas. I'm kind of tempted to start a new tradition, to be perfectly honest with you. I know like the kids are all grown up and all the rest of it, but who cares? Could you put the link up for the ribbon you get on Etsy? Absolutely, Chris, definitely. Yes, I will put the link up on the post for the lady. She's got some amazing Christmas ribbons as well. So I've just created kind of like, it's kind of a combination of a messy bow and a bit more of a formal bow. The messy is the mesh, messy mesh, and the formal one is obviously the ribbon we've just created. So let me get my hat back and just have a look to see where I want that. And we're kind of going, as I said, we're going big or we're going home. So let me hold that up. I'm just going to hot glue that on here, and you can see how quickly that fills up. Now, who would have thought that that is a £1 hat? I know we're burying it with all lots of stuff, all lovely feathers and stuff like that. But I'm just going to try and see if I can hot glue this on somewhere. Let me find a good place. I'm going to go a little bit lower. Let's see if I can just hot glue that on there. My glue gun, touch wood, is holding out at the moment. There we go. And it's just kind of sitting on there nicely, to be perfectly honest with you. And I can fluff that up. I need to just sort of fluff up this when the hot glue is dried. I'm not going to touch it too much at the moment. When the hot glue is dried, I'm just going to just fluff those loops up very, very slightly. But I think that's looking really, really nice. It just kind of wants to tilt slightly. That's the only thing. But I can manipulate that. I can always do it with a bit of hot glue. And I'm going to just attach some stuff to the top here as well. We're just going to still build it up a little bit more. So let's have a look, see what else we can add to it. Just need to add a bit more hot glue because it doesn't want to sit 100%. Or is it still dry? I think it's still drying, that's why. Right, now one of the things I had, and I've buried it here somewhere. Let me have a look. I'm hoping this will work. Now this will probably need a lot of hot glue. I bought this one ages ago and I had every intention of doing something with it. It's from a website called Wow, I think it is. Hold on. I think it's Wow. They do a lot of bridal stuff and it's just a really, really nice sparkly sort of gem. But you might have some old costume jewellery. You might have some costume jewellery sitting in your drawer that you never use anymore. A brooch, anything like that. So have a look to see what you've got lying around. But I'm going to have a look to see if I can just add that to the middle here. See if I can hold that up. How sparkly does that look? I mean, it really, really sparkles away there. So I'm going to have a look with some hot glue if it will sit nicely for me. If not, I might have to do it with a bit of string or something like that. But I'm hoping it will play ball. And this is where my glue gun is now running out. Of course, just as I got to the bit where I need it the most, it will run out for me. I'm just going to hold it down on here for a second, see if it will set. If not, I've got another glue stick. So bear with me. I think it's kind of sticking. There you go. And it just adds a bit of shine, and also it just hides the middle. If you haven't got any bling, if you've got no bling or costume jewellery or anything like that, have a look to see if you've got some little spiders. You can always glitter some little spiders, or you can paint them silver. You can do something with it, or even just a little pom-pom or something like that, just to stick in the middle. So let me see if I can kind of loop this a little bit more. Like that. There we are. And I think that's looking really, really nice when you've got that sitting on a candlestick, or if I can find the little feet. But I have got some other things that I wanted to add to it. Now I know when we made the wreath, actually guys, we made the wreath, and when I did the tree as well, pipe cleaners. So these little pipe cleaners, the sparkly ones, I got from a craft pack in the range. Came with loads of other little bits and pieces. You've seen me use these. So it came with a lot of little glittery pom-poms, had some googly eyes in it and everything as well. So with the pipe cleaners, I'm just going to kind of just fill out some of these side bits. So you've got some little sprigs. Now you can add some pom-poms to it. You can add some googly eyes to it. I think I'm just going to kind of just leave them as they are. But I'm just going to see if I can randomly stick some of those. I don't even think I'll have to hot glue these down, to be honest. I'm just going to stick them into the webbing. And I'm thinking that will do the trick. If not, I can just add the tiniest little bit of glue. I'm just going to see if I can, there's tiny little holes obviously in the webbing. I'm just kind of just pushing them in there. And just having a look to see if I can twist them around. Now it doesn't want to stand up as much as I want it to. So maybe I should hot glue them. Now I'm going to try and see if I can hot glue them onto the feathers. I had another glue stick. Yeah, I'm just going to see if I can hot glue these. So tiniest bit of glue on the ends and just hold these down. Just trying to press it in there, but I'm also trying desperately not to burn my fingers, so bear with me. And once they're dried on there, you see where they are. Once they're dried on there, I can kind of just lift them up slightly and just maneuver them the way that I want them to be. So let me just hot glue some of those on there, and then I can just move them to where they need to go. Let me pull this one out. Now I've got them in there, they won't want to come out anymore. It's kind of just a little bit trial and error, see what you want to do, and just have a look to see some of the materials that you've still got in your craft stuff to what you want to use. And the ribbons, oh my goodness, there is so much choice of some of the ribbons. In fact, the range did some of the ribbons as well. They didn't have many of the colourful ones. That's the only thing I found. They had some really, really nice Halloween ribbons, but a lot of it was sort of like really, really black, really, really dark. And obviously I wanted something that was fairly colourful. Now I've gone for a black boa, but if you had some of the Halloweeny colours, if you wanted to go for, say, a purple one or a green one, you can really sort of contrast it. This pipe cleaner is being really, really obstructive, but you will listen. So I'm just kind of just moving it around and just having a bit of fun with those. And I've really enjoyed working with these pipe cleaners actually, because it just adds a bit of fun. And I probably will try and see if I can get some for Christmas as well, in Christmas colours. There you go. So I've got one side done, and I'm just going to add a couple to the others. And on purpose, obviously, I've gone for the colours that we sort of got matching in the ribbons as well. So let me push that loop back slightly. So I'm just going to do the same on the other side. And then I will turn it around again. And see if I can just twist these. Yeah, I've got some plans for the other hats that I bought. I've got these different ideas. Right, let me just manipulate that one. Having a look to see if I can just twist these round. Doing it with a hot glue gun is a bit of a pain, to be honest. And they kind of get interlinked all together. There you go. So I've kind of got that matching on the other side as well. So I've added a couple of sprigs, and the only other thing that I wanted to just add to the top, which is why I kind of kept a polystyrene cone. If you remember at the very, very beginning, I bought these ones in, one of our local shops, but I think they do very, very similar ones in Poundland. I think I've seen them. So I thought for the top, just to finish it off again, because I like the colours with the purple and the black, I just wanted to see if I could just hot glue this on here. Now I'm hoping it won't make it too top heavy, so that was kind of the aim, just to finish that off. And then what I might do is another couple of the pipe cleaners just at the top, and just have a little look to see if I can tie the whole lot together. So let me have a look, see if I can hot glue this on here, and hopefully that will stay on here. Now there is a chance that I might actually end up ruining this, so keep your fingers crossed that that's not the case, because if this gets top heavy, we've had it. Fingers crossed. No. Ooh. You will stay. Come on. You can do this. Doesn't want to stay to the... Oh, here we go. That's better. I think I should have added a little bit more tissue paper, actually, guys. So I might have to go back and add a little bit more tissue paper to make it completely sort of solid, because it's wanting to sag. It's kind of wanted to drop a little bit. I've made it too top heavy, as you can see. So what I'm going to do off the live, which is fine, I'm just going to open it back up, put a little bit more tissue paper in here, just to make sure that it's really, really full, and so it will stand up. So it doesn't matter too much. You can kind of have it at an angle, doesn't matter too much, but that's kind of the look that I'm going for. with the spider on the top there. As you can see, it kind of just wants to sit a little bit lopsided because I've made it a little bit too top heavy, so I need to fit it up a little bit more. Having said that, you can have a witch's hat that is sort of slightly at an angle. It's absolutely fine. But you can see the idea of what I'm trying to do. Just a very, very simple sort of hat, fill it up, and then with some mesh, with some of the ribbons, a little bit of bling, and some of the pipe cleaners. You can add some little googly eyes to it if you want to. I really want this to stand up, so I will sort of fill this back up again. So, but that's the reason of doing these lives, guys. Sometimes it works out 100%, sometimes it doesn't, but then you know exactly what not to do. So if you're going to do this project, really, really fill it up a lot more than what I have, unless you just kind of want to sit at an angle, which is absolutely fine as well. So there you go. A very, very simple, quick project. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, let me know. If you want to get in touch, you can put me a comment. Michelle said, love this, it's great fun and it's blingy. It is blingy. With the paper from the Amazon parcel work is quite stiff. You're probably right. Probably like the stuff that is, you know, like the shredded stuff. That might work really, really well. Diane said it's brilliant, it's lovely. Thank you very, very much. A little bit annoyed that this is falling down, but it's fine. We can fix that. Just a little bit of trial and error, and I just need to fill it up a little bit more. But you get the idea. And I'm going to try and have a look to see if I can find some little witch's feet, and then that can sit on the top. Either that, if I can't find it, I'll probably do it with a candle holder. Might paint it black. But that is a very, very quick idea of how you can just jazz up a £1 Poundland witch's hat and just create yourself a little bit of a centrepiece. Another lovely craft. Thank you, Marianne. You're very welcome, Chris. It's been lovely having a chat with everyone. I hope everyone has a lovely rest of the evening. Have a fantastic Monday night. Have a good start of the week, and I'll try and hop on sometime during the week and just think if I can think of another little craft. I'm going to go back to doing some broom making, and I'll be sharing that with you guys soon as well. So if you've got any questions, and as I said at the start of the live, if you can do me the favour of spreading and sprinkling the love and letting other people know that we're here as well, that would be amazing. Thank you very, very much, and I hope to see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys. Bye.